Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Well, good morning. It's Thursday, February 9th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Arundel County. I know I say this a lot, but I am excited for one of the best podcasts I think I've ever done. I spent about an hour with Dr. Dawn Lindsay, the big cheese over at AACC, and I'll have to say, it is a great one, if I say so myself. So you want to stay tuned. And once again, George, what the hell is with winter? All right, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police were called to the 3500 block of Russet Green East in the Laurel section of the county yesterday morning for a shooting. Witnesses told police that a man had been shot and the shooter, only described as an adult black male, fled in a dark-colored sedan. Unfortunately, the victim died at the scene. Police did find out that there was a connection between the victim and the suspect, so they feel it is a targeted incident. And while they did not explicitly say it, that leads me to believe that they know who the suspect is or that they may be already in custody. The name of the victim has not been released pending notification of their family. This is the second homicide in the county of the year. Congratulations to Chris Barber from Cheaper Than a Geek and Kaylee Locklear from the Maryland Retailers Association. Both have been selected to participate in Leadership Maryland. Now, I have mentioned Leadership Anne Arundel before, and this is essentially that, but on a statewide level. Chris is a graduate of Leadership Anne Arundel and currently is the president of the board. Kaylee, you will remember, was a Republican candidate for county council in District 7. So congratulations to both.
You know something? No soup for you! Come back 1 year!
Well, that's what St. John's College said to the public about croquet and the match between the Naval Academy and the St. John's Johnnies. We were getting excited about the return of this great spring tradition, and it seems that the college is not having it. They're not looking to invite the public at all. In a statement, they said tickets would be available to Naval Academy and St. John's students, St. John's alumni, and select members of the Annapolis community by invitation only. Tickets will not be available to the riffraff. That's my word, not theirs. And to that I say, and more boo news. We knew that the day was coming, but the final minute for WRNR will be at 11:59 p.m. on Friday, February 10th, or possibly the 11th. There was some confusion with it all happening at midnight. It is the end of an era. If you tune into tomorrow's final morning show on 103.1 WRNR, you may hear a familiar voice, and there may be some antics. And you may want to keep an eye on the Eye on Annapolis Twitter feed that morning, too. Just saying. Sunday, February 12th is the Super Bowl in Glendale, Arizona. Go Eagles. But we do have a Super Bowl right here in Annapolis for the 17th year. Heritage Baptist Church will host a free Super Bowl with the delicious soup creations from Dallas Cowboy fan and chef Zachary Pope. Please don't hold that against him. They do request donations, but they are not required, and 100% of any of those donations will go to support the Lighthouse. The gig is from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., so there will still be plenty of time to get wings and get home for the real deal. And Heritage, for those who aren't aware, is located at 1740 Forest Drive in Annapolis. It's kind of catty corner across Forest Drive from the Safeway. Okay, that's all I got news-wise. Podcast stuff up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight. Peter Nesbitt, the new director at the reimagined Mitchell Art Museum at St. John's College. And here is a quick contest for you. I've got a family 4-pack to see Jimmie's Chicken Shack on Saturday morning at Maryland Hall, courtesy of WTMD. If you want them, get in touch with me and ask, and I may select you. I'm going to pick a winner by noon today. The doors do open at 10 a.m., and the music starts at 10:15 a.m., and it will be a great family show. And that is a wrap. As always, thank you for being you, and thank you to the sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, WTMD, and Alpha Engineering. All right, so now you just need to hang tight because we have George from DCMD VA Weather here with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. And of course, Trevor is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute. All that coming up in just a bit.
Face it, your kids are young, you're older than ever, and musically, your life is a demographic nightmare until now. WTMD's Saturday Morning Tunes live concert series is back, this time in Annapolis with Jimmie's Chicken Shack. Throw the whole gang in the minivan of destiny and meet us at Maryland Hall for a family-friendly set by the righteously rockin' Jimmie's Chicken Shack, Saturday morning, February 11th. Tickets are cheap, parking is free, and music the whole fam can enjoy is priceless. So join us as Jimmie's Chicken Shack comes home to roost at Maryland Hall in Annapolis, Saturday, February 11th at 10 a.m. Made possible in part by the Peabody Institute of the Johns Hopkins University. Tickets online at WTMD.org.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, February 9th. Yesterday brought amazing weather to the Annapolis region with sunshine and 60s, and while it will stay warm through tomorrow, conditions will start to change today ahead of a potentially dreary weekend with rain and colder temps. Look for mostly cloudy skies today with highs again in the 60s, but there's a small chance of rain showers throughout the day as winds get slightly breezy out of the south ahead of more rain chances and breezy winds Friday with temps in the mid-50s to maybe lower 60s in spots. Then it's looking increasingly likely that temps will be in the 40s all weekend with rain possible both Saturday and Sunday as a storm forms just to our south ahead of a return of sunshine Monday and Tuesday of next week with highs in the low to mid-50s Monday and mid-50s to maybe lower 60s on Tuesday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And don't forget, follow DCMD VA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download the DCMD VA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores. And also subscribe to our new weekly newsletter on our website so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. At Wolf on the Wharf in Edgewater, on Tuesday, check out their Valentine's Paint Your Pet Night, painting an image of your pet on canvas, not your actual pet. In Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road, Saturday there's a techniques class with double knitting, and on Monday their Learn to Knit February sessions continue. At Whole Foods in Annapolis, today their Half Pint Kids Club is doing fresh fruit pops, with 2 sessions, one at 11 a.m. and one at 1 p.m. Over at Art Farm in Annapolis, tonight they have a sketch night with a live model. Saturday they have Valentine card making session for teens and adults. Sunday there's a mandala workshop for teens, as well as Vibe Flow and Chill Yoga. And the kids' winter semester continues this week. On Saturday, there's experimental art for ages 9 through 12, as well as kids' art school for ages 6 through 8. On Monday, their kids' art school has their evening session, and there's also the final session for beat making for ages 12 through 16. On Tuesday, cartooning for ages 9 through 12 is their final class, but also check out digital illustration for ages 13 through 17, and fashion design illustration for ages 9 through 12. And then on Wednesday, their junior kids' art school for ages 9 through 12 continues. At the Arundel County Public Library system this week, today, Severn is doing zines, art from the fringes. Tomorrow, Deal is doing craft connections with charcoal drawing. Saturday, Maryland City has Science Saturdays doing straw structures. And Bush Annapolis has Flicks with Sticks, watching the movie Groundhog Day while knitting, crocheting, and other needlework. On Monday, Deal has their Nature Explorers Club. Eastport Annapolis Neck has a teen art night. Glen Burnie is making Valentine paper wreaths, and Odenton has their monthly mixed media making paper flower wreaths. On Tuesday, Deal has an art night doing card making. On Wednesday, Bush Annapolis has Makerspace open hours. Glen Burnie has their Lego STEM Club. And Eastport has their Mad Hatters Knitting Club. At Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight is their virtual happy hour. Tomorrow is their hybrid virtual and in-person DC 443 Hack the Box working group. Monday is their project night. And Wednesday is their weekly open house at the Patuxent Lapidary Guild up on Defense Highway. Saturday, they have a basic cabochon cutting class, teaching the introductory techniques for cutting cabs from slabs of stone. And over at Annapolis Makerspace, Saturday there's an introduction to 3D printing class, which is free for Annapolis Makerspace members. Then on Wednesday, we have lathe woodworking for beginners. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.